have our friends. We've already introduced them. My
Right,
good
brought
friends,
'em in
Jeff
early.
Rook and Kevin Korzeniewski. They're founding organizers of the It's a Wonderful Run 5K, which has just grown into a massive event from when it started 12 years ago.
14.
14 years
Wow.
ago. Wow.
14. This is the 14th.
The COVID years kind of throw everybody's
Oh.
timeline off, I think. But thousands of runners come to Seneca Falls and run in this event, and if you haven't been, it's not only about running the 5K. It's about the Christmas spirit. It's about being around so many people in such a good mood. It's about the lights that people put out and the people along the courses and the Christmas music and everything. And so with such influx of people coming to Seneca Falls, it's always good to talk to these guys before the race to find out what's new and some tips for participants. So if you are coming for the race, you'll want to pay attention over the next several minutes. First of all, how many runners do we have this year?
We're at 4,400, I believe.
4,359
There you go.
as of right now.
That's amazing. And people still have the opportunity to sign up last minute if they want, correct?
Yeah, tonight 5 to 8 at the Seneca Falls Rec Center, then tomorrow noon to 4 they can race day registration.
Is
Yep.
online closed at this point?
Online
I'm
is-
looking right now to see. It was supposed to close last night, but there's some people trickling in this morning, so they must.
I think they shut it down at noon.
Our timing
Okay.
company, I think
So-
that's what they said, right? To noon.
Yeah.
Do you see a lot of people that potentially come for the weekend and they are like, I kind of think I want to run this 5K, so they're signing up at that last minute
I think a lot of it is weather dependent. And tomorrow,
yeah.
as Jim likes to say, it's going to be a beautiful day tomorrow.
Yep.
It's going to be 40s, very little wind.
Right.
No rain or snow. I always like to see a little,
Snow.
a dusting of snow, but I don't think it's going to happen tomorrow. But it's going to be nice, so I think we'll get a lot of race day registrations tomorrow because of the nice weather.
Right.
So
It's just so. It's so odd. I get surprised even now, 14 years in. I'm looking at the registration to see when the last person registered was to see if they can get in. And at 9:35 a.m., so 4 minutes ago, someone did register. A 40-year-old female from Monroe, Maine.
That's
Maine.
amazing.
Wow.
Like from Maine.
Like, are
Somebody
you
just signed
driving
up
right
today.
now?
Yeah, right.
from
Yeah.
Maine.
It has to be
It just blows
the
my mind.
scenario that she was talking about. They must have been in town for the festival, and somebody said, "Hey."
Maybe,
And
yeah.
the
Yeah.
thing is, it's like you don't. They may have said, "Hey, sign up and walk it," because if you're in town for the festival and you're not a 5K runner or into fitness too much, you can still walk it, and it's so much fun to walk through the streets with all the people outside and all the music and all the lights just to experience it. A lot of people walk.
Yeah, it's become more of a, let's say we have 4,500 total. I would say like 2,000 or 2,500 actually run it, and there's probably 2,000 that just walk it and
A
partake
social
in the.
event it becomes.
It is. It has, and I think the more people understand that it's not, a serious race, I guess you could say.
Some people take it serious.
They
but
no, absolutely,
whatever.
no, absolutely. We get some runners that are. It's unbelievable. I mean, what's our record time? I don't even 15:50 or something.
It's on our website.
It's
but
insane.
No, I think it's. I think actually one male finished under 15.
Under
like,
15.
so it was
Oh, wow.
like
That's like world
14:58 or
That's
something, you know.
that's unbelievable. So there's a lot of serious runners, but there's, like I said, probably 2,000 people that are just,
Yeah.
taking
It's
it
an
in.
event, the Christmas
sure
music
is.
and the holiday cheer. It really kind of kicks off everybody's holiday season that's involved with it. So I think a lot of people say that when they come back, like it just kicks off our holiday, season, gets us in the spirit for Christmas.
That's when I feel like, the Christmas season officially kind of is arrived. It's the first time I feel that Christmas spirit is the race when you're down there with all those thousands of people. How does that stand up with the biggest numbers of all time? It's close, but not the
I think
biggest. right?
5,500
I
was
think
our-
we're second this year. Like
This will be the
kinda-
second.
I'm a little surprised that we're getting close to the all-time. But yeah, we were over 5,000.
We were over 5,000.
in
19, 2019,
It's
right
gonna
before
be a
COVID was our
spectacle.
biggest year.
It'll be a spectacle tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or Saturday. Yeah, tomorrow.
I think a big thing that we have to remind these runners, or maybe their first time running, is the hometown people that really make it so special for those runners on the actual course. More and more you're seeing people set up outside of their house. Whether they're just cheering them on, they're offering waters, they're offering Baileys, they're offering
Fireball.
beer. Yeah, I think that makes it that much more fun, and you don't see that with other runs in this area. So it's a big thing where if you're walking it even for the first time, you're like, oh my God, I'm going to get 10 more of my friends, and we're going to stop at this person's fire pit that they have out
And there's
and have a quick
carolers.
eggnog real quick and then enjoy the rest of the walk. I think that the town is amazing, and everybody comes together, and it really does bring the holiday spirit up 10 times more when the race starts.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can't wait.
the town has definitely made it what it is.
Right.
The people around the course, absolutely.
We are Bedford Falls. Like, everyone takes
This
on
weekend,
that
for sure.
persona, and they really go all out, and I love that.
You know, another local race that really started that was the Boilermaker. That was a big race, 10,000 people, and that's what the community does there. People, what they loved about the Boilermaker was the neighborhoods, the support they get on the course, and really Seneca Falls has kind of upped its game and done such a good job that's what a lot of people come back for, is just the people out in their front yard. So I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, the good feelings for sure. I've said it many times. There's no happier place than on or around that bridge.
Yeah.
10, 15 minutes before the race starts, everybody's like amped up. A lot of different costumes, Christmas music. So it'll be great. And if you're not even running the race, get down there and be a part of it.
I know that our group sure does. We stand right downtown, and we're those people that are hooting and hollering and running next to the people, and some of them are like, these people are crazy, and other ones are like joining, and they're like, oh, thank you. We're like throwing drinks to them. It's fun. I've never run it. I've been part of it for as many years as it's gone on, I feel like, and I'm always like, maybe one day I should run it. But I think it was last year I started running it from Reds, and I ran down, and I was like, I did it.
The last quarter mile.
Yeah, I was like, I did it, because we were like, you know what, let's just run. We're all in our Christmas costumes, and it's just so fun to watch, even if you're never gonna ever choose
You definitely
to walk
have to
it
do
or
the
run
trek,
it.
though. You have to do the whole thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
you gotta,
God.
You gotta go across. You go down by the church, cross the bridge, through the old Rumseyville district,
probably not in the
which
cards
in the
for me.
movie was Bailey Park.
That's right.
Kind of, and then right down, you end up coming down Hugo Street, where you can see the old Bailey house, at least what we think it was modeled
Yeah.
after, and then through downtown. And a lot of people run through downtown, and they're like, "Hey, old building and loan," they react to those scenes in the movie. It is it's all amazing.
Yeah, it is.
But let's get to like logistics. All
Yep.
these people are coming into town. What do they need to know, like about where to park, registration, anything different this year?
Not a whole lot different, but we always like to stress, if you're local, or I'll say within an hour, come tonight. We have registration from 5 to, or packet pickup from 5 to 8, and tomorrow's going to be just bedlam. It's going to be crazy. So the more people that come tonight, the better. So, and it's probably easier for everybody else, because you can go down, you can park tonight. Tomorrow we block off that whole area. So really the only way to get down to the rec center is to park, uptown someplace and walk down. So if you can get your stuff
You gonna
tonight.
have shuttles as well?
Yeah, oh
for
yeah,
high school?
we're gonna have shuttles. We have our kind of race shuttles that we put together, that goes from Minders, to the Gould Hotel and back and forth during the course of the day, and then after the race. So your best bet, I think, is to park at the high school and take the shuttle in. If you're staying at a hotel, the It's a Wonderful Life Museum has a shuttle service, so there's shuttles going all day. Actually, today, tomorrow, and Sunday, from the hotels into town. So if you're staying at a hotel, I'd just take the shuttle in, as opposed to trying
Yeah.
to find a parking spot.
Might
Yeah,
as well.
parking's a big deal, so
Yeah.
we make sure not to park on the course, because that really, messes with the runners and the walkers. They do have it posted already that, not to park there. But I think the best place to park if you're coming in from out of town is the high school. You can take the shuttle. It's going to be a nice day. You can walk.
It's not a long walk either.
It's
No,
not.
it's-
No,
It's under a 10-minute walk.
Yeah.
Into town, and again, one of the reasons we started this race is so people could support our local businesses. We're a small town. We struggle like every other small town does. So if you can get here tonight, you're going to have better access to the restaurant that you want to go to, and it really kind of, you come tonight and you can already start to feel that festive feeling. So the more people that come tonight to pick up shirts, the better.
Yep. And what are you wearing? Is that this
This is
year's
the
shirt?
shirt, yeah. I don't know
Okay.
if
Every
I'm
year
on
it's
camera or
different.
not.
Can you just move that mic for a second so we can see it?
Come on, give us a show. Nice. It's got a
It's
nice
got the
pink
bridge.
to
It's
it.
got the wings. It's
It's got the
5K.
bridge this year,
Yep.
which we don't always have the bridge. This is not our original drawing that we use. I think
The original
maybe
logo.
that'll be back next year. But pink, or some people said purple.
That's
and ask
pink.
Jeff. He's
pink.
I'm colorblind, but it
Okay.
looks pink. Looks pink to me.
But I like that the bridge is on there.
Yeah.
USA Racing does our shirt.
The wings, you know, that's
yeah.
significant to the movie.
Yeah, it's a
Every
little
time a
different
bell
design
rings,
this year. I really
yeah.
like it.
I do like it. Yeah, I like the like you said, the bridge on it is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's something different. And after 14 years, you got to mix it up a little bit. And Zuzu, Carolyn Grimes, will start the race as usual for the 14th straight year.
Yeah.
Wow,
She's
good for
pretty
her.
phenomenal.
Yeah. What's your guys' favorite part about the whole putting it together, the day of the race? What is the thing that you like the most?
People ask that all the time, and you know, it's like number one, as soon as the race kicks off, like we know we're good.
Can
We
take
got a
a
lot of
breath.
work to do still. So that and then afterwards, giving away checks and writing all the checks to so
Big
many
checks to
different
people
yeah,
that
big.
need it.
Some are big checks, you know, but when you look down and people can donate when they sign up.
Yeah.
So people will donate $100. Locals, you know, there's
In
there's
addition to
people
the
that like have
registration
signed
fee.
up for the race, and then every year they donate an extra $100 just because
Mm-hmm.
it's for charity. So you know, when we go write that $5,000 to $10,000 check to House of Concern, or we go write a $500 check to a club at school, or write a
Backpack
scholarship
program.
check, backpack program. That's to me the best part. That's what makes it worth it, because it's a lot of work. But when you sit down and write that check at the end of the race, after a month after the race is over and we get everything squared away, that's probably my favorite part.
And you got to give credit to all your volunteers who, most of them have been multiple years helping out, and then the students from Minders who help out. It's quite a production, and they do a great job.
Yeah, we get a lot of repeat volunteers. I mean, the volunteers have been doing it since the beginning, and every single year they help out. And there's a lot that goes into it with all the people for registration, the traffic detail, and all the people
Oh,
around
yeah.
town that have to do that. And it's our volunteers. It's unbelievable, and we're very appreciative of what they do.
And that's like you said earlier, Sydney, even if you don't run it or walk in it, or you're not out by the course, there's so many ways to get connected to it in the community.
For sure.
And we've had volunteers say it's our race.
It's
Our
our race, yeah.
race is doing so well, and it is their race.
Right.
It's the town's race. So many people in so many different ways chip in one way or another, and it's just
Right.
It's a great feeling.
Right. And my favorite time, to kind of reiterate what you were saying, is that 15 minutes before, when everybody's kind of loading up the bridge, and you're like, okay, it's going to happen, and the frustration, I guess, that you go through the prior 3 or 4 months,
Kind of over at that
it's
point.
all over, and
Yeah.
it's like, this is great, and everybody, like you said, everybody's happy, no one's in a bad mood, and it's just
It's
it
the
makes
happiest
it all
place
worthwhile.
I've ever been. Like
It is.
I'm
It
there every
is.
year on that bridge, and it's the happiest place that I've ever been every year.
When
And
you're
tomorrow
there
will be no
this
different.
year, I want you to start a Christmas song. Start singing it, getting everyone on the bridge to sing it with you. The best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear.
That's right.
So why not try it out this year?
There's no shortage of Christmas cheer on there, though.
There isn't, but wouldn't it be crazy if you had 4,000 people singing?
That's a good idea.
Well,
We should probably
What
put
song?
something on our.
There was there was a student at Minders that has a birthday on Saturday, and I was going to try and get 4,000 people to sing her happy birthday
Oh,
right
wow.
before the race.
You could
so
do
I mean,
that.
as a little surprise. So hopefully she's not watching. But how cool would that be
We
to
should
have
probably
4,000
do that.
people
We
sing
could-
you a
we
happy
could make that
birthday
happen,
on your
I think.
birthday? You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
and
So-
then go right into
Then
a
go right
Christmas
into,
a
carol.
Christmas
What
carol.
Nobody
song?
wants me to lead a Christmas song.
You
Yes.
really wanted everybody to sing a Christmas carol. Which song would you choose?
Yeah. What's
I
the song?
think it'd be easy to get everybody to sing, "You better watch out,
Oh,
you
yeah.
better not cry."
And that's from the
Santa
Elf
Claus,
movie, right?
yeah.
Is that
I
what they-
You're a
obviously
big
you
Elf
can tell
fan.
I love Elf. Yeah, but that we could do it too. We could do it here in Bedford Falls. So I can't do it this year. I'm not even going to be here for the first time ever. It's so sad.
Yeah,
so
she's going to be in Arizona. That's
Yeah.
not very Christmassy.
I know. You're gonna have to do it for me, okay? And I expect videos, and I expect it to happen, Jim.
Oh, you'll
It's the
be-
happiest place. You better start it.
And one thing that I do that I got to say, and it's not a shameless plug for Finger Lakes One or Jim, is, and we talk about it a lot too. One of our favorite things is we're all like laying in bed on Sunday morning, exhausted, knowing we got to get up and go do so much more work to clean up. When we all get out our phones and watch the Finger Lakes One video that Jim Sinicropi creates every year, and I usually end up in tears watching it
Oh,
because of the
yeah.
joy that video brings. And it's like it's over and it's culmination, and you do such a great job with that video. I'll even watch it in June. I'll be sitting around and be like, I'm going to watch 2012
Yeah, I
video.
pull 'em
you know,
back,
I
too.
pull them back
It's
up.
fun.
And
Yeah.
so that is another thing that we always talk about on Sunday. Did you see the
Absolutely.
video? The video
Yeah.
is the best this
Try
year. It's
it
the best
again.
one
Give
yet.
yourself a pat on the back.
Well,
Jim.
I keep telling these guys, like I'm usually up till 4 or 5 a.m. because to me, I want that video up the next morning. I don't want it coming out 2 days later. I want everybody who was in the race to wake up the next day and be like, boom.
Yeah.
So we'll try it again this year. But
Good
I have some strategies to get in bed by 1 a.m.
Okay. Wow.
So-
That'll be like a record for you.
Well, I've had those strategies in the past, and they fall through, so
They
we'll
fall
try.
through.
But I'm getting older. It's tough.
Can we touch base on where everybody can get this information online? Because obviously we just threw a lot of stuff at people. How can everybody look up where they can park, things like that?
Yeah, if you go to our race website, it's a wonderful run 5k.com is our website, and it has everything: parking, the times for registration, the course, pretty much everything. Pretty much everything is on that website.
Beautiful.
It's a wonderful run5k.com. We're going to have some information up on Finger Lakes One shortly after the show, along with a recording of this interview. So before we go, I just got to say, 14 years ago, you guys had this idea, started with a few hundred. It immediately, the following years, just exponentially grew, and it's turned into a phenomenon that's been featured on broadcast television, morning shows, the CBS News, and
That's great.
it's jump started the festival, and it's something so many people look forward to. Obviously, you guys should be very proud of what you created, and not only that, a lot of people maybe, after year 6, 7, 8, or maybe 9 and 10, you're like, okay, we're gonna step aside now, maybe somebody else. But you guys keep coming back every year, and it keeps getting better and better. And so everybody in town owes a debt of gratitude to you,
The
two, and your
volunteers.
wives, and Tina,
Yep.
Jolene, volunteers, kids,
And the local businesses.
Yep.
That really
Yeah, our
That's it,
sponsors,
supported
we got
it.
a lot of great sponsors
You know,
that we've had
and
since
not
day
to
one.
just forget like our town employees that get they're out
Oh,
sweeping
yeah.
the course
The police
yesterday.
department,
Police
Stu
department,
It's
Armstrong.
been
yeah.
unbelievable over the years. Chief Peenstra's, it's last year with the race, and
Mm-hmm.
he's been amazing. There's just so many people we could probably spend 10 minutes talking about.
It's like you guys won an Oscar.
Yeah.
To my big brother George,
Oh,
the richest
geez.
man in town.
Yeah, you were waiting for that. But yeah, it's awesome what you guys do, and I know people appreciate it so much. I'm sure you're going to have a great weekend, and I'm super excited to watch all the footage from Arizona.
Jim, do I got time for one more for our runners and racers?
Yes,
So
absolutely.
the one thing that I'd like to just get across is if you're a walker, a lot of people come to walk. Make sure you line up down. Some of our runners will line up by the pacing, and they're experienced seasoned runners, and then all of a sudden there's a bunch of people on the bridge that are just going to walk, and we love that you're going to walk. But if you're going to
Really?
walk, it doesn't matter when you start. Just line up towards the back, stay down by the rec center.
Right.
You've got 10, 15 minutes to start the race, and then we know a lot of you love your fur babies, but we can't have
No dogs.
the strollers
dogs.
and the dogs really slow everything down, bottleneck everything, and becomes a safety concern. So make sure that the dogs stay home. And
You don't need to be
strollers
up
and-
near the front. It's
No.
in a lot of ways it's fun to be towards the back.
Right.
You get to
Right.
experience more of
Yeah,
it.
we like to reserve the front spot for Mike Alessio. Very serious about how fast he runs this thing.
Michael
so.
Alessio, Ryan Ferletti,
Yes.
those are the guys that go up front.
Scott
right?
Porter.
Yep, Scott
Yeah.
Porter, of
Yeah.
course. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So you heard it here first. And then again, one more time, the website for everybody to go to.
It's a wonderful run 5k.com.
Perfect.
All right, good luck. We'll see you
yeah.
on the bridge tomorrow.
Thank you.